My third time taking DMT was astonishing to say the least, as there is a lack of words for this experience. It is a mystery. This time compelled me to write a trip report, so I'll try to the best of my abilities. I packed my hit. I put a little more than the previous time I had blasted off. I wanted to be sure. I wanted to know that I would leave. I was ready, so I hovered the lighter above the socket, keeping distance and making sure not to burn it all. You want to almost melt it into the bud, if I'm not mistaken. It was the perfect hit. It kind of intimidated me. My heart was banging in my chest as I raised the gravity bong. I knew what was next. I took the gigantic hit. Didn't waste any. I held it in for 3 to 4 seconds, then exhaled slowly as I was making my way to my bed to lie down. Right as the back of my head hit my pillow, I left. My eyes were closed for the next 5 minutes. I will try to describe this in the best of details. This was not like the previous 2 times upon entering this realm. This time was much more rapid, like hyperspeed. The closed-eyed colorful veil came on very fast and faded fast, aka the chrysanthemum, a gigantic, often spinning, fractal flower with a dome-like appearance that frequently either welcomes or blocks access to break through hyperspace. I was welcomed. Something traveled from the depths of this realm or portal to get to me. I could feel it making its way to me. Then the jester appeared before me. Yes, a jester. I could sense he was one of the most important beings in this place I was in, as if he was waiting for me to come back so he could finally reveal himself to me. He had an elongated head and a long hat. His ears were longer too. He presented himself in the most elegant yet ritualistic way as he danced up to me. The setting behind him was an eternal kaleidoscopic vehicle. I had to hold myself back from crying in astonishment that I was finally experiencing contact. He started to trust me and have respect on a certain level, I felt. He thrived off me staying on task and watching his intricate magic, though he had no body. He danced in circles while he was interacting with me, as if he was testing me or doing a test on me. This being had brought a gift for me. I felt like he asked my permission to open the gift for me. He wanted me to watch as closely as I could while he very carefully pried it open. He opened up what I want to call a cube-like portal that was the gift. I almost cried then, but laughed and giggled a little instead, remembering how gone I was. Nobody, no bed, no room, no ego. Only utter amazement and a feeling of being humbled by death. I felt like my body was dying and I was literally being born again in another fucking dimension, accompanied by other beings of light and sound. There was no time here. It was hyperspace. I felt like the gift was bestowing me with a fraction of what the universe is. Then I became the portal and felt like I was looking in on myself and all that makes up me. Keep in mind, the jester is watching me from the corner of my consciousness, if that makes any sense. It felt like he was guiding me, and with the same love my grandmothers would show me as an infant. He was showing me the past present at the same time. Almost like it was my whole family tree he was revealing to me, all the way back to my root of being. When I got to the root of this portal, I was then accompanied by 3 other beings that stood before me. They were made out of a dark green, blackish metal liquid. Behind them was a vibrant but dark green veil that was forever morphing and pouring onto them. They all felt like family to me. They were elders. I could receive their masculine and feminine emotions that they were transpiring. I've never felt such emotional gratitude for what the being was showing me. Now the 3 beings poured everything they had and literally melted in front of me, then dissipated. Now I could feel the jester's presence again directly. He was smirking at me. He knew that I was in shock about what I had witnessed. I remember saying, "Oh my God," at least 7 to 8 times. Those 3 words repetitively. I then brought both my hands together with all my fingertips touching. I was breathing very deeply, trying to remember everything I was seeing. I wanted to learn more and more. I felt my body literally melting into the plane of existence that I was in. The jester didn't want me to go any further. I was in the most sacred labyrinth. This beautiful palace then started to take shape all around me. I was in the folding room, or the multidimensional space that hyperspace beings may entangle, enmesh, or overlap travelers in. Few people have heard the term folding room before. I was inside the cube the jester was playing with, looking at my own self. At this point, I don't know if my eyes are open or closed, but they feel open. I start losing myself. I had to find my way back to reality. I'm no longer human. There is no more cube or jester, but just my consciousness left in this realm searching for more answers, but also being sucked back down to reality. I then felt myself shatter and fall back into my body. It sounded like I thumped back into existence. I opened my eyes in awe and shock, breathing very heavily. I started to have to mentally control my breathing in a calm manner. Looking at my friend's face was a mistake. I was still half there and half here. My room looked like a living palace, with every single object in the room obtaining life and pulsing. My Indian tapestry on my wall was rotating and transforming before my eyes, very similar to LSD visuals. I'm still breathing very deeply and calm, trying to observe every aspect of my room. I felt like me breathing the way I was helped me descend back down to reality, or back into the reality we are in here physically. That's one of the secrets of life I've come to realize. Breathing right. The ceiling felt like a revolving dome over me. I still have not sat up in my bed. The 5-minute mark is here. Effects are starting to wear off. All objects in my room are starting to lose their life and movement. And my friend finally looks normal. I'm sitting up now, gathering all my thoughts from the experience. I wanted to tell him everything that just happened, but couldn't find the words. You all know exactly what I'm talking about. I was just sitting there saying, fuck, while giggling a little. My friend was lying on the floor, calm, asking, so what happened? I couldn't tell him. I ended up falling asleep 10 minutes later and woke up the next morning to find that he fell asleep too, on my floor lol. I was very well rested, still trying to piece together fragments of who and what I saw the night prior. I'm writing this report 4 weeks later. I have nothing but respect and curiosity for this realm. I want to learn more without rushing. I'm open to all possibilities, holding none of this as truth. Anything is possible. Thank you for listening.